and welcome back to my channel. I don't know if people are still following me along or whether they've got fed up because it has been quite a while since I really uploaded. I try to upload every day, but just lately I have been, I don't know, I've just been a little bit off. It's weigh day today, Thursday, and I have dodged the scales for 2 weeks. So this is week 3, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going. The main reason I've gone to group today, even though I didn't really feel like it, I just feel tired. I'm so busy. I've not really made time for myself, I'm not gonna lie. And as you can see, I just feel a bit rough. I'm not really sleeping very well. I think hormones are having a little bit of a unstable time of it, we will see, because I'm perimenopausal. I'm 41, I'm 42 in March, and every now and again my body seems to just go into like a dip. I haven't had a period in a while, and I'm not sure what's happening. I am still taking my supplements, but I've just felt really rough over the last couple of weeks, but in different ways. So I've had other things on, and I'm not gonna lie, I have not been really following the plan. I've been mindful, but it's not really been a priority, I'm gonna say, which is silly because I kind of want it to be a priority. What's been going off? So I booked to go to Ollerton Towers. My sister got free tickets through work and offered for me and Oliver to go. I think that kind of has thrown me a little bit. I have huge anxiety about being overweight and fitting on the rides. As somebody that started off at 25 stone, 1.5 pounds, them kind of things were like a no-go for me, and I've avoided them for well over 20 years. So my sister got these free tickets at work, asked me to go, and I thought, yep, that is prime opportunity for me to face my fears. I'm gonna say I do have massive anxiety where that's concerned. I did overcome the whole plane seat malarkey, which kind of, if I really logically thought about it, put me a bit more at ease. I'm not gonna lie, for weeks running up, like the 2 weeks before going, I went on Sunday, and today is Thursday. It absolutely threw me, and although I tried to curb that emotional anxiety and the triggers that usually has for me, it was a massive build-up. I am a firm believer in being brave and pushing yourself into your discomfort zone and exposure therapy, and I will do it, but ultimately it absolutely throws me like massively. That in conjunction with having a busy week, and then I've set up a business on Vinted called Quirky Duck Designs that sells like vintage and unique items, which thank you guys for anybody that popped over to my Vinted and gave me a follow. I really do appreciate it. I do also have a Facebook page called Quirky Duck Designs Ltd. If you do fancy giving me a little bit of support and popping over and following it, I'm not asking anybody to buy anything if it's not your kind of thing, but the follow doesn't cost anything, and I really do appreciate like that support. I also really appreciate the people that have gone over and given me a follow and given me that support, because it does genuinely mean a lot. I've been quite busy with that, sourcing, uploading, posting. I'm doing that at the side of a full-time job, so it's quite difficult. So a little bit of background where that's concerned is I hate my bingo wings, and my boobs and my armpits. The spare skin here after losing 11 stone is like astronomical. Now the cost to have this removed, because I would like it removed, is quite a lot, and I was hoping that if I set up like a little side business that I invested a little bit into, that maybe I might be able to save up and not financially like hinder other people in my family, and just be able to afford to have that done. it is something that I really do want done. This makes me really paranoid. Now, again, exposure therapy, I do wear tops where it's out, but that, it's just, I don't know, it just makes me feel really self-conscious, and I would like to at some point have that removed, and unfortunately that's going to cost me money, and I'm trying to save up for that. So that's why I have saved up. Why I'm doing the whole quirky duck, because I'm hoping that, I mean, I'm not ready yet, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm hoping that that will, I'm obviously saving up a little bit out of like my normal income, but it's quite difficult because I've got bills and a life, and I don't really want to hinder everybody else. So I'm trying to set up that business, and it means a lot to me. So, and I do enjoy doing it. I've got a real passion for it, but it's tiring. That with hormones and not being able to sleep, it's been a little bit challenging. And my food's not always been on plan. I am trying to be mindful, but sometimes due to convenience or the things we're doing, it's just not really worked out like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I've just not been prioritizing it, which I don't really want to get into that kind of rhythm. So today I went to group. It is my consultant Ange's 10th anniversary. So she's been running Slimming World for 10 years, which I think is quite an achievement. So if Ange ever watches this, huge well done. She's a lovely, lovely lady, and without her, I probably would have fell off the bandwagon. I do think you get support from a lot of different avenues, and she's always really nice to me and really kind. And yeah, I think she deserves my presence and other people's presence in group to celebrate her 10 year. So I took her a bottle of gin and a card, and I hope she enjoys celebrating this week in group. So well done, Ange. Group, we did back to basics. So she did like the new members talk, maybe what I needed at the minute. I've also brought home a sheet of paper, which me and a girl at group are going to fill in, and just to try and keep us on track, because my diary that I bought, the 12-week one, never turned up. Wonderful. Well, I didn't buy it, actually. I think I got it in Slimmer of the Week one week. So yeah, I need to sort that out and get back on. What was in the basket this week? I put in some biscuit teas this week just to vary it up a little bit, because not everybody likes cookbooks and things. A lady made, Donna, who runs the scales, she made cupcakes for group for the 10-year anniversary. I didn't have one because I thought, Thursday, I'm weird, I've had enough naughtiness. They looked beautiful, but somebody mentioned that they were like 14 sins, and that is like, if I'm trying to start a new week and being like back to basics and super good, I didn't have one. But they look lovely, and I think that was a super lovely thing to do. So Donna, she got Slimmer of the Week this week too, which is quite cute, and she deserved it. So she hasn't been eating her cupcakes, has she? I'm not going to drag this out because I'm busy and I've got to go to work. But this week I got on the scales. It's like 3 weeks where I've not been on plan, and I weighed in at 14 stone, 2 pounds. Now that is a £2 gain for me, which over 3 weeks is not that bad. Should be better. I would like to be in the 13s by now, but I've kind of pushed myself back, so I'm in debt for £2. Hopefully, if I can be really super good this week, I could lose £3 and get into the 13s, which would be, I think, a bit of a boost. It is doable, and it's something that I'm going to aim to do. My plan to achieve that is I'm going to fill this in, and I will try and show you my week overview of what I do. I have not filled today's in yet because I've just got it, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep myself back to basics. So I will have the healthy extra A's, healthy extra B's, but I'm going to keep my sins to like around 7.5. I'm going to half them just in case there's extra milk somewhere. I will, if I need to, have a few more. I'm not trying to be like, I don't really want to be super restrictive, But snacking, I'm going to stay well away from. I generally don't really have breakfast in the morning. I have lunch and dinner, and I'm going to try to have a decent, fulfilling lunch and dinner, and then no more snacking, because I do think that's been a bit lazy. We've been having these milkshakes from Urban Burger, which are absolutely divine. They do a mini one, but we've got really lazy, me and Oliver, at going and having one of those. And at the minute, I'm really craving sweet stuff, which is not actually where I am anymore. So that's a little bit weird. So I think I need to have a bit of like, is it abstinence? And I need to just not have that, just to get myself out of the habit. So I'll be replacing them with pickles and fruit, because that's what I do if I do need to snack. If I'm not fulfilled by my lunch or my dinner, I will have like Muller-like yogurts and fruit or Greek yogurt and things like that. And that is where I'm at. I'm going to try, I've bought myself a skipping rope. Oh God, guys. Oh, wow. So I cancelled my gym membership because I'm too busy at the minute, which I kind of miss, but then not at the same time. So I started running. Oh my God, I put a full gym gear on and I had a late start. So I thought, right, I'm going to jog down to work. It's not that far. I'm going to be honest, it's not that far. I tried to jog to work. I nearly died. It nearly killed me. I did have to do jog, a bit of walking, jog, a bit of walking. I was sweaty. It was a little bit challenging. I didn't feel like I could breathe. I thought I was going to have, this is the first time I did it. I thought I was going to die, like being really dramatic about it. Obviously, I'm not going to die, but oh my God, that was horrendous. And then that night after work, Oliver picked me up. I was going to jog home, but there was no chance that was happening. My arse cheek hurt, like my left arse cheek. And on top of that, I got like shin cramps. Is that even a thing? I've not cough, shin. So it started in my left leg before I went to bed. And then at about 2 o'clock in the morning, oh my God, it was so painful. It only lasted that night, don't get me wrong, but it completely put me off. So I had a few days rest. We walked absolutely loads on Sunday. And I am going to do that. I'm going to stick with the whole running because I evidently need to. Because that kind of carry off for my body is just stupid. But oh my God, it's so hard. It is really hard, but I do like a challenge. But yeah, I've been doing more walking, taking the dogs walking. Mavis has been for a trim, so she's all ready to ruin her nice pampered hairstyle. So that's where I'm at, but I have actually bought myself a skipping rope, so I'm going to try and skip a little bit every day as well. I'm going to have to get off because I have got work, but I'm £2 in debt. I weigh 14 stone 2, and I'm hoping next week it'd be nice to lose 3 so I could get into, oh no, I wouldn't, would I? Oh yeah, I would. If I lost 3, then I could get into the 13s, which is my target. Now, I don't usually set myself big numbers like that because I'm usually quite happy at it being steady, but because I'm in debt, and because that's quite a significant figure for me, the lightest I've ever weighed in my adult life was when I was 23 or 22 or 23. And I weighed 13 stone 13. And I'd done the Cambridge diet for 6 months. And I'd been solid on the Cambridge diet, can I add, for 6 months. So it would be quite an achievement to have got to that lighter weight like next week if I can. So I'm on this, so hopefully I will upload more regularly depending on how busy I am. But if you are still following me along and you're still here, thank you so much. I do appreciate the support. I do apologize that I have just been so slack with YouTube, but I will try to be a bit better. Think thin.